For example, if I specifically talks about crypto mining or cryptocurrencies. So whenever we work with crypto mining or cryptocurrencies, you should be aware that I create huge computer gigs. That means that I have a computer with a more processing power. That means a computer has more numbers of GPU, more number of processing power, so that it could mine the cryptocurrency. And if I'm speaking about mining the cryptocurrency, that means that I'm looking for the patterns. I'm looking for the trends, useful trends and patterns that I can furthermore search to create my own hashes or to create my own Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. That, for example, if the mining cycle keeps on going for an hour or 2 hour, it gives you some coins up to 0 point some percentage of that. But the basic concept is that you are analyzing some patterns and trends into whatever the field or industry you are working on. Now, in this topic, data mining, this is basically a form of the data analysis now. If you are going to pursue your studies in data sciences, so you are going to discuss about this, that we have data scientists, and what is the responsibility of that data scientist is that they are responsible for compiling huge amount of data, and just after compiling them, they are responsible for searching for patterns, searching for trends, searching for differences and similarities among that huge amount of data, or how you can basically visualize your data into a better way, or if you can represent it, or if you can collect or mine that. And obviously, that's not an easy task, because when you have huge amount of data, that means that you are accountable for processing a huge amount of data, and your result or your fact sheet is going to determine the operation that you might be performing. Like, for example, if I specifically talks about weather forecasting, I do have a large amount of data for weather forecasting as well. But for weather prediction, what I usually do is that I predict upon the
Mm.
condition. So this is bas this is basically a short overview for this mining strategy. That data mining is first of all is an example of a data analysis, that just I explained that you are analyzing your current data. It is also a form of artificial intelligence, and the process of data mining involves searching through and analyzing large set of data to establish patterns and trends. Just as I explained you right now, that I have a huge amount of data, and I'm looking for the patterns and trends that can be useful for me. And why I am actually looking for these trends, because they can help me identify the future trends that could be valuable for me. Or so this is why data mining is important. For example, on daily basis, we can see that the prices of dollars are fluctuating. Or if you know about the forex market or stock market, you can see that whole of the business is dependent on data visualization and data analysis. What I usually do is that I select some certain stocks, company shares, or anything like that, and then I have their whole chart open. And then what I usually do is that I visualize the charts. I start reading the chart and I predict them, that if it has a certain value on this month of this time of this year, so what could be the next value? So these are all examples of data mining. So before moving on, is this clear to you? Do you have any confusion in this?
No.
So data mining is basically the process of collecting large sets of data. Just make sure that now I'm referring to large sets of data, and I'm analyzing them. The sets of data are extremely large, and I use different types of software such as Power BI, like this, to identify their patterns. So computers are used for mining because of their volume of data that is searched and analyzed. So now we are going to discuss the process of data mining, that how many different stages the data mining involves, and the first stage for the process of data mining is the business understanding. One by one, I'm going to discuss with you all of these processes. So in the first process, there are three main elements to the business understanding. The first element is that I need to set the objective. The second understanding is that I need to develop the project plan. And the third understanding is that I need to establish the criteria for success. So, in this process of data mining, before I start the data mining, the very first stage is that I need to understand the business, that what is the purpose of my business, what are the core values for like whom it is profiting to, and there are three different areas that I need to first set out. The first area is that I need to set an objective, that what is an objective of me, what for what purpose I'm working on this. The second thing is that I need to develop the project plan for that. Project plan can refer to that if I'm working on this task, or if I'm working on this plan, like what are the outcomes for that? And the third thing is the that I establish the criteria for success. Now, what is that? That is basically the criteria. So, for example, right now, if I'm teaching you the A levels IT, that means that your success criteria is that you are going to identify that if you are able to solve the past paper, and if you are able to understand that what I'm delivering you to. So this is your success criteria, that you are gauging yourself, that if my lectures are purposeful, or if my lectures are good for you or not, right? So in the process of data mining, you have the first stage, and in the first stage, you have three areas. Hello, hello, sound testing. Hello, hello,
No.
hello. Okay, so just after establishing that, in order to establish the kind of data that needs to be mind, and that needs to be analyzed, the objective of the business needs to be understood, because obviously you are analyzing a large amount of data, and when you are analyzing the large amount of data, that means that certainly you are going to have information and values that might be useful for you, or that might not be useful for you. So in order to filter out yourself, in order to only focus on what is required and eliminate unnecessary information, so that you can easily reach your target, you first need to understand that what is my core objectives, why I am working on that data, what I wanted to achieve, why I am doing this. The business understanding stage is where the need of the business are discovered. You need to discover that what are your need, and you can also add in-depth analysis if needed. Once you know that what are your objectives, the second thing is that you need to consider your goal as well. Once the business needs to have been established, other important factors such as resources available, constraints on the process, and data mining plan also needs to be considered. The data plan will involve developing queries to interrogate the data. So why I am first listing out all of the details before the data mining starts, because obviously data mining costs you a lot. At the same time, you are using heavy machinery. If you are using heavy machinery, that means that you are also utilizing a huge amount of electricity. If you and at the same time, it is also costing you a large amount of time, energy, efficiency. So before starting this process, the first thing you need to do is you need to understand your business, and you need to understand three terms that I discussed with you, that you need to set your objectives so they should be clear. I just explain you a number of reasons that why you should set an objective. The second element that you need to discuss that what are going to be a project plan. And the third thing is your success criteria. Like, for example, even before studying or reading a new book, the first thing is that we just go through on the cover page of every book and we start to judge that book, right? That what that book is going to be about. So, for example, if I just picking up any book from the local store, what I usually do is that I first set my objective, that what I wanted to read about. Why do I want to read? Or if I want to enhance my knowledge, is it going to contribute towards my lecture? The second thing that I do that I develop the project like that. For example, I cannot read the whole of it in one day. I can say that I can read it on the weeks, right? And what is going to be my success criteria for that? It is going to be that after reading this, I will be having this knowledge. So is stage number one clear to you? Do you have any confusion in this?
No, sir.
Now in stage number two, once you have listed out your mm, business understanding, in stage number two, you need to understand your data. So the data understanding involves an initial collection of data. This is normally collected from various sources that are available. Once the data is corrected, their integrity, accuracy, and the properties of the data are considered to make sure that it is viable. So, obviously, before starting any test, first of all, what you are going to do is that you are going to test it. For I'm not sure that if you are a chemistry student or not, but in chemistry or before going on to any experiment, what we usually do is that we just test our chemicals, we test our liquid, or let it be apart from chemistry, anything I do in this world, the first thing that I do before initiating that task is that I test it and I check that if it is accurate or not. Like for example, let's take a quick example that for example you are taking my lectures, you are taking my class, but before taking my class, what you first did is that you took a one demo class for me. That demo class was based on to check my accuracy, my integrity, or my properties that the lecture that I'm delivering, is it accurately enough? Is it able to understand by you or not? Right? That means that first of all, you have actually decided your outcome. You have basically understand your business. Now you are on your data and understanding stage, stage number two. Now in this, you have collected a small amount of data, and now you are checking that if this data is ready to test your business understanding or not. See, so there's a huge difference between business understanding and data understanding. In your business understanding, you are only analyzing your business. But see, when it comes to data understanding, now you have your practical data in hand. Now you are
Yes.
not drafting out anything. You have that data in hand to whom you can test and whom you can carry out results. But before going on to that operation, it is extremely important that you need to check its accuracy. However, once the data is established, you can even interrogate it as well by developing different queries. And we discussed in our email merge chapter as well regarding queries that queries are basically filters. Queries are basically a sort of a scripting language that you put into on your database or Excel so that you are able to get your filtered result. You can eliminate unnecessary information as well. So, interrogation is going to help understand your business as whether this data is complete or not, or if it is helping me achieve my desired result or not. That's for your stage number two. And then now stage number three is about the data preparation. Now, this is the largest stage in this project that makes the most time consuming. So during this stage, the data is taken through a whole process of selection. Why selection? Because I might be having a huge number of data, but obviously What is my core objective? I'm only going to focus on the data that is only workable for me, right?
Yes.
Cleansing, construction, and formatting to check that if it is in that certain required form or not. Now, just after preparing your data in that correct format, selecting the correct data at the correct time, now you're able to run your data mining process where you can search for your patterns and trends. For example, let's again give you another example. If I just gave you a task for cryptocurrency mining, the first thing you are going to is that you are going to understand the three things, your objective, that what you want to do. Do you want to learn? Do you want to earn? Or you can spend a little of that on learning, and then you can spend your everything you have and you want to make a career. What is your project plan into that? Sir, I want to work on this on weekends only. What is your success criteria? Sir, so that I may be able to earn at my home as well. I do not need any sort of a job. This is your stage one. Now, when you come to the stage two, now stage two can the in cryptocurrency you have different types of coins. You have Ethereum, you have Dogecoin, you have other coins. Now this is where you put your data into test, but this is just like when you're just making sure that sir, if it is going to work or not. This is the place where you are going to analyze the charts, and then you are going to say that okay, that's fine, I can go for it. In the third stage, you are going to start implementing that. Just after that, in the fourth stage, here comes the data modeling part. And in the data modeling part, you have various tests generated to model that data. This allow business to understand the models that if they are suitable or not. For example, you are conducting an interview, you are conducting a survey, and just after that survey, you want to show to your company that this is the result of my interview process. So what you are going to do, you are going to develop some sort of pie charts. You are going to develop some sort of diagrams to check that if your data is easily representable to others or not. Obviously, whenever you are representing your data to others, you do not want others to get trapped into numbers. So alternatively, you use diagrams such as pie chart, bar chart, histogram, so that they can scale your data. So it would be easier for you. In the last stage, stage number 5, you have the evaluation part. And in the evaluation stage, the results that are generated by that model are evaluated, they are discussed upon. The outcome of this evaluation may produce new business needs. So this is why I'm using the process of data mining, because this might add up new trends, this might add up new ideas, it might add up new opportunities, it might open up new ideas to new people whom they can earn, whom they can even learn new things as well. So the outcomes might produce new business, they might produce new needs, and these patterns can be identified in this process. Just after this, you have the sixth stage, that is the deployment. And deployment means that when you are launching something. So in the deployment stage, it normally involves creating a report and then other visual material to present the finding of the data mining to the stakeholders of the company or the business. For example, now you have the complete thing, and now you want to move to your manager or boss. So you are going to have your reports in hand, and this information can be used by the stakeholders of the company to decide that what is going to happen next. Are you able to go for this business or not? So if the company owner feels that these results are enough for them, so that means that you are good to go. However, if they don't feel like that the trends and the patterns of the data are not suitably beneficial for them, so they just discard it. So, the process of data mining, is this clear to you? Do you have any confusion in this?
No, sir.
So, can you summarize this up from stage 1 to stage 6?
Um, okay. Stage
First
one
of all,
is,
you need to tell me what is data mining, why there is a need for data mining.
it is basically collecting large sets of data and analyzing them.
Why do you think that I need to collect large sets of data? Hmm?
Um,
I mean, what is the need for this?
because if there is large sets of data, you can analyze it and
Okay, and
like,
if I observe trends and analysis into that data, what benefit do it give me?
if there is any unnecessary data, it can be,
Eliminated, good, and it
yes,
opens up with it opens ourselves with new ideas, new
yes.
business opportunities. I explained you right now the whole process. So first of all, you need to summarize it that what is data mining? Why do I use this? Can you repeat it back again?
Uh, to analyze large sets of data and to identify future
Mm-hmm.
trends uh, for a company.
ओके ओके
And
गुड अच्छा अपने सामने देखो यहाँ पे भी कुछ लिखा हुआ है कैन यू रीड इट एंड रिपीट इट बैक टू मी आई मीन वट एवर यू गेट फ्रॉम हियर
okay. Mm. It is also a form of artificial intelligence,
हम्म
and mm, इसमें large set of data हम analyze करते हैं to get new patterns and trends.
अच्छा यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है कि इट इज अ पार्ट ऑफ आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस कैन यू डिफाइन मी व्हाट इज आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस डू यू यूज चैट जीपीटी
No, sir.
कभी भी इस्तेमाल नहीं किया
नहीं.
ओके सो बेसिकली artificial intelligence is a simulation of human intelligence, a simulation of human mind into robots or machines. You know what's special in us is that Allah has given us the power of free will. A
Yeah.
human can do either a good way or a good thing or a bad thing as well. However, it depends on his personality. But uh, I can even make decisions. However, when it comes to machines, they are only instructed to do the thing they are designated to do. But if I gave machines the help of this artificial intelligence, or if I give them the support to make decisions, so this means that now I have given them the ability or to think to make decisions. So this is what is that artificial intelligence. अब artificial intelligence के साथ data mining से क्या काम है artificial intelligence जो है हमें एक बेहतर विजन प्रोवाइड करती है क्योंकि ऑब्वियसली जो काम ह्यूमंस को करने में जो है टाइम लग जाएगा इसी तरह से आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस कैन डू इट एट अ मच फास्टर वेट अब डेटा माइनिंग का इससे क्या ताल्लुक है दिस इज बेसिकली अ ब्रांच ऑफ आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस क्योंकि मेरे पास बहुत सारा डेटा है और मैं डेटा को अपने पास फिल्टर आउट करता हूँ उस तरह से कि वो मेरी हेल्प कर सके मेरी सपोर्ट कर सके चीज़ों को बेहतर करने में नाउ लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द प्रोसेस अब यहाँ पे मेरे पास सबसे पहला स्टेज है तो कैन यू एक्सप्लेन मी द फर्स्ट स्टेज
Okay. Business understanding में
तीन
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 elements होते
एरियाज बताए थे मैंने बिल्कुल तीन एलिमेंट्स बताए थे आपको कौन
जी.
कौन से हैं वो
Setting the objectives, developing the project plan, and establishing the criteria for success.
ओके अब
Setting
सबसे
the
पहले
objectives.
बताओ कि बिजनेस ऑब्जेक्टिव क्यों चाहिए
ताकि हम फिगर आउट कर सकें कि हमें क्या करना है एग्जैक्टली डेटा के साथ।
गुड, एक्सेलेंट। प्रोजेक्ट प्लान क्यों चाहिए?
अ, ताकि प्लान आउट करें कि किस तरह करना है।
गुड। और सक्सेस क्राइटेरिया क्या मतलब है?
सक्सेस क्राइटेरिया मतलब हमारे आउटकम्स क्या होंगे, किस तरह
गुड
हमें बेनिफिट होगा या।
गुड गुड गुड, क्या मतलब ये सब करने के बाद व्हाट आई विल बी एबल टू अचीव।
यस।
अच्छा, यहाँ पे रिसोर्सेज और कंस्ट्रेंट्स के बारे में भी कुछ लिखा हुआ है। कैन यू डिफाइन मी, ये मतलब व्हाट डज दिस मीन्स?
इसके बारे में
रिसोर्सेज एंड कंस्ट्रेंट्स।
रिसोर्सेज मतलब हमारी क्या ऐसी चीजें जिनसे हमारी हेल्प हो सकती है।
यस, एंड कंस्ट्रेंट्स मीन्स?
Strengths. वो
कंस्ट्रेंट मीन्स बेटा, हमारे प्रॉब्लम के अंदर, सॉरी, हमारे एनालिसिस के अंदर अगर कोई रुकावट है, कोई प्रॉब्लम है, कोई हर्डल है, तो हम उसको सॉल्व कैसे करेंगे? सी, यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड कि माइनिंग करने से पहले मैंने बताया था कि बहुत ज़्यादा कॉस्ट लेता है वो, क्योंकि बहुत एक्सपेंसिव सिस्टम्स होते हैं। वो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी ज़्यादा लेंगे, टाइम ज़्यादा होगा, एफिशिएंसी ज़्यादा जाएगी। तो हमें अपनी रिसोर्सेज, हमें अपने प्रोसेसेस, हमें अपने गोल्स, हमें अपने हर्डल, सारी चीजों को हमें रेडी रखना है, ताकि फर्दर हम उनको इंटेरोगेट कर सकें। इज दिस क्लियर?
यस सर।
अच्छा, नाउ कैन यू एक्सप्लेन दिस स्टेज नंबर 2?
बेसिकली इसमें डेटा को इनिशियल डेटा कलेक्ट करके उसको समझते हैं, उसको अंडरस्टैंड करते हैं कि उस
हम्म।
डेटा को एनालाइज करते हैं और
बेटा देखो, डेटा अंडरस्टैंडिंग में मैंने आपको बताया था ना, क्रिप्टो करेंसी की एग्जांपल भी दी थी कि स्टेज 1 के अंदर तो मैंने सिर्फ सोच लिया कि मुझे करना क्या है। स्टेज नंबर 2 के अंदर मैं अपने डेटा को बेहतर
समझ।
तरीके से समझ रहा हूँ, बिल्कुल। मैं उसकी एक्यूरेसी चेक कर रहा हूँ, मैं इंटीग्रिटी चेक कर रहा हूँ। मैं ये देख रहा हूँ कि वो डाटा मेरे काम का है या नहीं, ताकि मैं उसको फिर इंटेरोगेट कर सकूँ कि क्या ये मुझे सही मेरे एडवांटेजेस देगा या नहीं। स्टेज 1 में सिर्फ प्लान किया, अब स्टेज 2 में मेरे पास कुछ डाटा भी आ गया है जिसको मैं फर्दर चेक कर रहा हूँ। इज दिस क्लियर?
यस।
अच्छा बेटा, अब जरा स्टेज नंबर 3 बताओ मुझे।
और इसमें डेटा को ये सबसे ज़्यादा टाइम कंज्यूमिंग है क्योंकि इसमें डेटा को प्रिपेयर करते हैं।
हम्म।
हम्म, उसको मतलब क्लेंजिंग, कंस्ट्रक्शन, फॉर्मेटिंग वगैरह।
हम्म। मैं डेटा प्रिपेयर कर किस लिए रहा हूँ?
और डेटा मॉडल करने की।
अ, बेटा पहले तो मैं उसमें वो ढूंढूंगा ना, क्या बोलते हैं, पैटर्न और ट्रेंड, डेटा माइनिंग शुरू होगी। उसके बाद जो उसकी रिपोर्ट जनरेट होगी, वो मैं क्या करूंगा फिर स्टेज नंबर?
फॉर डेटा मॉडलिंग।
बिल्कुल, डेटा मॉडलिंग में। आप डेटा मॉडलिंग बताओ।
इससे पता चलेगा अगर मॉडल सूटेबल है बिजनेस के लिए या नहीं।
बेटा मैंने आपको बताया कि स्टेज नंबर 3 के अंदर हमारे पास वो जितने भी हमारे मॉडल आएंगे, इट्स आई मीन देखो, मॉडल का मतलब 3D मॉडल नहीं है। यहाँ पे मैं जिन मॉडल्स की बात कर रहा हूँ, वो पाई चार्ट है, हिस्टोग्राम है, इसके अलावा जो बाकी ये सारे डेटा के मॉडल्स हैं। देखो मैं इसकी एग्जांपल देता हूँ। डेटा मॉडल्स में इस तरह से, जैसे स्क्रीन के ऊपर आपके सामने आ रहे होंगे कुछ डिफरेंट कलर से, कुछ ट्रायंगल्स हैं, कुछ डिफरेंट शेप्स हैं। ये सिर्फ आपको ये बताते हैं कि आपका जो डाटा है उसकी मेजरमेंट जो है वो किस तरह से है, चाहे वो पाई चार्ट में है या वो किसी और मॉडल के अंदर है। अब यहाँ पे मैं किसी 3D मॉडल की बात नहीं कर रहा, दिस इज द प्रोसेस ऑफ डेटा माइनिंग। मैंने डेटा प्रिपरेशन की, मेरे डेटा से जितनी भी जो है वो मेरा आउटपुट जनरेट हुआ, उसकी रिपोर्ट का मैं मॉडल बनाऊंगा। क्योंकि रिपोर्ट तो इतनी ज्यादा एक्सटेंडेड है, मैं वो कंपनी में नहीं दिखा सकता, कंपनी वाले पढ़ पढ़ के पागल हो जाएंगे। ये जैसे हम कंपनी में कोई भी इंटरव्यू कनेक्ट करते हैं, उस इंटरव्यू को हम दिखाते हैं, हम प्रेजेंट कराते हैं, वो किस तरह से होता है हमारे पास, वो डेटा मॉडलिंग में होता है। हम उसमें डिफरेंट तरह से डेटा को मॉडल करते हैं, डिफरेंट वे से उसको रिप्रेजेंटेबल बनाते हैं, ताकि लोगों को उस बिजनेस की नीड समझ आए।
सही।
आर यू गेटिंग दिस?
यस।
अब मुझे स्टेज नंबर 5 बताओ।
वो जो मॉडल से रिजल्ट्स बनते हैं वो इवैल्यूएट होते हैं,
हम्म
उससे फिर न्यू बिजनेस नीड्स प्रोड्यूस होती हैं।
एवेल्यूएशन का क्या मतलब है?
उसको गो थ्रू करना।
बेटा, evaluation means that these are basically results that are generated by that model, and yes, you are right. जो जो मेरे पास रिजल्ट्स आते हैं उनको मैं गो थ्रू करता हूँ, आई आई एवेल्युएट देम सो दैट दे कैन प्रोड्यूस न्यू बिजनेस आइडियाज और सम पैटर्न्स एंड ट्रेंड जो भी आइडेंटिफाई हुए हैं, ताकि उनसे उनको मैं यूटिलाइज कर सकूँ। Now, can you define me this stage number 6? And on stage number 6, there is a diagram as well. If you can explain it to me.
नॉर्मली जो इवैल्यूएशन के बाद जो भी होता है उसको आउटकम दिखाते हैं, मतलब।
हम्म। ओके, और भी कुछ लिखा हुआ है, बताओ डिप्लॉयमेंट में क्या क्या होगा।
This information can be then used by the stakeholders to decide what actions the business will take next.
हम्म।
ये इंफॉर्मेशन स्टेक होल्डर्स क्या होते हैं?
बेटे, स्टेक होल्डर्स आपकी कंपनी के डायरेक्टर्स होते हैं, सीईओज होते हैं, जो कंपनी को चला रहे होते हैं, जिनके डिसीजंस मैटर करते हैं। मैंने आपको बताया था ना कि कंपनी से रिपोर्ट जो है मैं बॉस के पास ले जाऊंगा, मैनेजर्स के पास ले जाऊंगा, फिर वो मैनेजर्स बताएंगे रिपोर्ट्स को देखते हुए कि मुझे इसके ऊपर काम करना चाहिए या नहीं।
जी।
तो इज द होल प्रोसेस क्लियर टू यू? इसमें कोई कंफ्यूजन है आपको?
नहीं।
अच्छा, एक दफा जो है ना मेरी क्लास के बाद इसको जरा पढ़ के अगर लिख भी लेना, ताकि यू शुड नो कि ये सारा काम क्या हो रहा है, कैसे हो रहा है। अच्छा, इसके बाद आई एम डिस्कसिंग विद यू यूज ऑफ डेटा माइनिंग, बट जस्ट डू वन थिंग, इस क्लास को जो है सेम लिंक को आप दोबारा से ज्वाइन करें। मैं सिर्फ 10 मिनट के लिए बाद के लिए जो है ये पूरा थोड़ा सा और एक्सप्लेन करूंगा, ठीक है?
ओके, ओके।
ओके।